We don't need a handful of people doing zero waste perfectly. We need millions of people doing it imperfectly. Just let this sink in. It's a very powerful message. And zero waste, it's just a synonym. This can be replaced by sustainable lifestyle, the choices we make. It's not about that. The main thing is the masses. It's about like getting a buy-in from that masses. It's the powerful, basically intrinsic message in there. There's 7.8 billion people. If we can just convert 1% in the next year to just do something, to just create that little thing, this will create a ripple effect, this create a domino effect, and this is where the change actually lies. And we know it works, because at Stroodles, we've created a new product, we created a trend, and we can see people love it, people engage with it, and hopefully subconsciously it triggers behavior. So that's exactly what I want to look at today, is just how do we get that buy-in? How can we package it up to make sustainability fun, make it applicable, make it actionable for the masses? To do that, I want to explore the psychology of people a little bit, and I look at the obstacles. So the main obstacle is stereotypes. People at the moment, the Joe Bloggs on the street is exposed to, in their eyes, extremes. The messages on TV, the messages on Facebook, the friends they talk to, for them it's extremes. Even using a reusable bottle is an extreme for them in their day-to-day lifestyle. And that's just the tipping point of it. They see all those radical things. They see the bigger picture, not digest to them, so they can't relate to it. And that's exactly the problem. This is actually, those stereotypes, those extremes are actually what might deter them. They might not want to do anything, so they won't even see those actionable things, because they don't aspire to that person that they see. They don't want to be like that. Which kind of brings me to the next point, to the next obstacle. It's compromise. What is compromise? Looking at Google, it's making concessions lower than is desirable. Why? And subconsciously we all know that definition. So yes, I mean, why would you want to do something that is a concession that's lower than desirable? I mean, it's normal. It's in someone's nature that you don't want to do it. So I think the key is to packaging it up, that it feels uncompromising. They don't need to do anything. They don't need to change their lifestyle. We need to give them something that is very easy to integrate, and it's seamless basically. Which kind of brings me to kind of this little, let's call it a theory that we've developed. It's not a scientific theory, no PhD has been written on it, but if someone's up for it, contact us. It's a funnel of change, kind of adopted. I have a commercial background, so it's adopted from the idea of a sales funnel, where just at the end stands a first imperfect action, not buy my product X. And again, this is an illustration. Those stages will be different for every person. We coined them something new that's interesting. Tell me more, let's do it. And then that action. But again, different people, different stages. There might be 10, there might be 15. This is just an illustration to just explain the concept that a person needs to be moved through, let's call it a funnel. The next step on this theory, with that in mind, is touch points. By touch points, I mean that message on Instagram, or that advert on Instagram you saw, that movie you watched, that friend you talked to, that reusable plate, reusable cutlery you received at work. All those are touch points. And depending where you are in the funnel, it might be very powerful. It might be that last 15th touch point, but it might be the first. But then again, the first one is as important as the 15th, but also it might be that 10th or 11th. It doesn't matter. It's like all those things in sum will lead to it. And then there's the super touch points. So imagine a game of Super Mario. You'll basically reach, find that little coin that gives you 3 more lives, 4 more lives. And it's those things, that's how we need to package it up. It's those super touch points. Because our goal is to get someone to the first imperfect action as quick as possible, because we're running a little bit against the clock with our planet. So it's finding those, it's packaging it up, because those super touch points is going to accelerate people through that funnel. And anyways, when they go through it once, they're going to be more open to it, because they're going to associate all those touch points with fun, with very easy to implement. So it's finding those super touch points. I compare it a little bit with the ladder and snake game. So basically 100 is our action, so you roll the dice. Well, let's say you hit 3. This is the super touch point. It gets you to 39. But then there's also a danger. You might hit a point where then you have to go down on the snake. You might be exposed to, again, something extreme, and you're just in the wrong mindset. Suddenly you lost someone through the funnel. But again, it's worth it. It's finding those ladders and getting someone to 100 in no time. And that's the way we can then create that ripple effect, the domino effect. that will make a difference if we get enough of the people. So a little bit on the psychology and like trying to understand how to create or how to find those touch points to basically get all those masses involved. No compromises we covered. We know it needs to be something that's not compromising to life. Let's look at fun. There's multiple ways to get a message across. You can do the Uncle Sam, the planet needs you, very upfront, very direct, very salesy, very preachy. And then you can do that. My reaction when I see people using plastic straws. It creates fun, it creates happiness, you want to share it, you want to show someone, you're going to laugh. And that's exactly what we want. Subconsciously, you've kind of maybe, at the super touch point, we've moved you 4 or 5 points across, because now suddenly in your head you associate sustainability with fun. And that's exactly what we want. And then there's the next one, the secret sauce. And to be even honest to myself, like that's something I've kind of probably only understood now, preparing that talk for you guys, is that added value you're getting. So what we saw with pasta straws, it's basically when people try one, it makes them happy, it makes them fun, it's a conversation starter, it's an icebreaker. If you share something like that on a video, if you share like a cool idea on your Instagram, suddenly you get people you get likes, you get comments. Suddenly you've gotten that recognition, you've gotten positive emotions, and for everyone it will be different what that added value is. But it's that you're not doing anything extra and you're getting that. I think that's very powerful. So if we can incorporate that, that's a key to it all. Just as an example. To illustrate my point, what I came across is that stapler. Yes, you heard correctly, it's a stapler. So what it does, it kind of acts a little bit like a hole puncher, and then it twists the paper, so it then staples it together. But it ticks all the boxes. If you get that at work, so you have your effect of stapling, but then basically it's fun. It's plus it's a conversation starter, 100%. People will notice that. People will notice that funny looking thing except of that. But then you've done something powerful. You've written the world of staplers. Yes, if you think about it, there's quite a lot of staples around. So again, it's no compromise. And that added value is in that sense like conversation starter, like positive, it's fun, it's happy. So think about it. So I want to end again on just like our formula of no compromises, fun and added value. Just that's where the power lies, to create that domino effect. Like just packaging it up like that, or giving someone that's not compromising, that's fun and happy, and that's that added value, intrinsic added value subconsciously. That's how we can create those super touch points. So let's make a new stereotype that sustainability is fun and it's easy to implement. Thank you very much.